good evening, and welcome here, everyone, to Baer Field for an exciting race weekend. Baer Field is back on the schedule for the first time in a while, and I can't be even more happier. We're going to do something very, very different compared to what we do in the normal weeks. Baer Field only has 29 pit stalls, so with about 50 cars trying to attempt this race, the Sony Cup Series officials are going to have little heat races. The qualifying sessions that we usually have in the weekends, it's going to be all done here. Session 1, for qualifying Session 1, the groups are going to go out and race each other for 75 laps. Session 1 will go out for 75 laps. Session 2 will go out for 75 laps. Top 12 at the end of the sessions will advance to compete for the final 150 lap segment, and that'll determine the top 24 finishers. However, 13th through how many other cars are in each session will still earn points. 13th down to 21st will earn points in their sessions, so do not worry there. 13th on downwards, if they do not advance in this session, will still be rewarded points. However, top 21 in Session 1 and Session 2 are the only drivers that will receive points. So anyone outside the top 21, they will not receive points. However, everyone will be counted as starting a race, as this is an event right here. We are starting the round 5. This is going to be round 5 on the schedule. Everyone attempting this race weekend will be actually counted as making the round of 5. So whether or not you advance to the final 150 lap segment, that's to be determined. However, only the top 12 in both segments advance, so you're going to see 24 drivers that's going to be capable of winning this race at the end of the final 150 lap segment. So, let's get this show on a road. These drivers have already been out here practicing for this race weekend. We took the fastest practice speeds these drivers had, and we threw them together for a starting grid. Nick Mace was one of the fastest drivers from Session 1. And Mace is going to lead us down for Session 1 for right here for 75 laps. Leading laps do count as bonus points as well. Top 12 advance to the final 150 laps. Mace, Rodriguez, Curtis, Hoffman, and Turner lead them in at 1. Nick Mace is one of the few drivers that have raced on Baer Field before. There's some drivers that never have raced here at Baer Field, but they're going to have to get the hang of it real quick. This track is really fun to watch. A lot of aggressive short track racing. Jesse Turner wasting no time at all, filling the gap underneath of Turner. 3 wide for third back there, but Turner trying to get out there and go for the lead. Looks like there might have been a trouble in turn 1, but Kyle Collins is one on the move as well to the inside of Rodriguez, but Jesse Turner takes the lead. That driver that found bad luck, Sean Harple, getting turned by Garrett Sidner, and down on the inside there. So Sean Harple and Garrett Sidner finding troubles. Here comes DJ Curtis on Nick Mace for the second position. Jesse Turner has checked out. Turner is flying out there in that 17 Ford. He's a short track ace. He knows how to get around on these short tracks. He's flying out there right now. Nick Mace down to third. Matthew Rodriguez fighting with Nick Mace for that third position. PJ Williams having a good run as well. He's in 5th. They're also fighting for starting grid position for the 150 lap segment as well. So however they finish is going to be where they line up. Rodriguez past Mace. We're going to take a look further on back. Jeffrey Finguy, a past winner here at Baer Field, one of his few wins coming here at Baer Field. However, the 12th position, the battle. Chris Dodd going by Dylan Young. Remember, top 12 are the drivers that advance to the final 150 laps. That'll try and score as max points. William Brock getting turned by Dylan Young. William Brock was holding the final spot, and he got turned off the bumper of Dylan Young. Well, you might be saying that might be a dirty move, but Dylan Young was trying to get to the inside of Brock. Brock trying to throw a little bit of a block. Now Dylan Young did hold the final spot. Josh Crash trying to hang on and get into the final segment. However, Dejon Weeks trying to get by and get that 12th position. But further on up the field, you got Nick Mace, who is still hanging on to the 4th position. Rodriguez in 3rd, Curtis in 2nd. Oh, and Brock nearly getting wrecked again. But this time with the leader, Jesse Turner. And Turner gets rode up the hill for it. But Turner is just long gone. He's got a really quick car. You're going to have to watch out for him in the main segment, the last segment. Just like I said, everyone is going to be counted as starting round 5 here at Baer Field, so everyone will be counted as making a race in the Sony Cup Series. However, only the top 21 will get points of any sort, and Allen holds the final spot, and Jesse Turner, man, he's flying right now. Battle for the 12th position. We're looking here, Chris Dodd going by Dejon Weeks. However, that is not for the 12th position. Chris Dodd just went by for 11th, bumping Dejon Weeks down to 12th. Josh Crash back there in 13th, looking for a way to catch up and get inside the top 12, because top 12 will be the ones advancing to battle for the win in tonight's race. But Jesse Turner has already lapped all the way up to the 13th place driver. So he has been flying out there tonight and is making a statement. Even though he is dominating this heat, he is not going to get anything for it other than starting on the front row for the final segment. And Jesse Turner fixing to put Josh Crash a lap down. Nobody's going to touch Turner in this segment. He's just flat out putting them to shame here. But Curtis in 2nd, Rodriguez 3rd, and then Bassinger back in 4th. Then you go all the way back to Jeffrey Fenguy, who started back in 19th and to start this race in this heat session. He's up to 5th. Collins is now in 6th. Mace getting bumped down to 7th. Hoffman in 8th. 9th is PJ Williams. Like we said with Dylan Young in 10th. 11th is Dejon Weeks. And Chris Dodd, currently the final driver to advance into the last segment. Jesse Turner going by Jake Bassinger and fixing to close up on Matthew Rodriguez, who's in the 3rd position. I've never seen somebody just go out and kick some major butt like Jesse Turner is doing right now. This is only the 75 lapper for session 1 to determine who advances to the final 150 lapper. But man, he is on a tear. Battle for the 3rd position, however, Jake Bassinger trying to go by Matthew Rodriguez. The front few have been really spread apart for a while, but Bassinger has caught Rodriguez and going by him. That's for a spot and a higher up row in the final segment. White flag is out for Jesse Turner to close out Heat 1. Well, I would say it was Heat 1, but still it's Session 1 of the Group Session 1 drivers. He's going to put this one away. Lapping drivers for the 2nd and 3rd time tonight. Turner is going to line up as the man on the front row for the final segment, lapping everyone but the 2nd place race car of DJ Curtis. And coming around, I wonder who advanced. We're going to have to check and see as the drivers from Session 1 get ready. And we'll watch Session 2. We'll get ready for Session 2 as well. Turner is going to lead us down for the final 150-lap segment when Session 2 is over. Turner lapped everyone but Curtis in 75 laps. He's going to be one to watch in the final segment. Jake Bassinger finished 3rd. Rodriguez 4th. Jeffrey Fenguy in 5th. Kyle Collins 6th. PJ Williams 7th. Dejon Weeks 8th. Caleb Hoffman 9th. Dylan Young 10th. Chris Dodd 11th, and Nick Mace gets the final spot to transfer into the final segment to battle for the win. 13th, Josh Crash, Sean Harple in 14th. Harple actually came back from a while. He spun early, but he still is not going to advance. Jeffrey Lynn 15th, Luis Hernandez 16th, Charlie Smith 17th, Casey Lester 18th, William Brock 19th, Stephen Paul III 20th, Andreas Allen 21st, and gets the last point for this round. So, Scott Roush, Milton Campbell, Johnny Gardner, and Garrett Sidner will go home empty-handed without any points. Session 2's about to be underway, similar to what it was in Session 1. The Mace Enterprises car on the front row, fastest, Jordan Davis is going to bring us down. Ryan Acosta, Cody Lamas, Luke Martin, Steven Jenkins, the top 5. It's going to be interesting to see if Jordan Davis will have as much speed as Nick Mace or fare about the same as what Nick Mace did, where Mace dropped all the way back to 12th. But looking here, they're already fanning out about 3 wide back there around the transfer positions. Aiden Davidson moving his way to the bottom. Sean Perkins, Bobby Jones, all trying to work their way towards the front. As for Bradley Bishop Jr., he was put on probation to start the week, and this isn't going to help him much. He got a starting grid penalty for this race weekend. He was forced to start at the tail end, and he already gets in an incident. Lap 1 in session 2. Oh boy, the officials are not going to be pleased with Bradley Bishop Jr. Meanwhile, though, up front, Cody Lamas is going after the race lead on the inside of Jordan Davis. And it looks as though he's going to get it. Cody Lamas, the new leader. However, trouble for Zachary Fitzwater. He felt like he had a tire or something going down, and Fitzwater dove it straight to pit road, and that bottled up a bunch of people. This is the battle for 12th. Pierre Calise has it, but Shepard, Perkins, Pasco, Jones, all of them behind Pierre Calise are wanting this 12th position. And Perkins fighting on the middle, trying to get it back, trying to get by the 13 on the outside. Aiden Shepard in the 34, the rookie, trying to get by as well. Can't quite get there. Pierre Calise trying to hang on, but he's got a bunch of hunger. Oh, Pasco getting into Perkins. Perkins sliding into Shepard. And Perkins, oh man, that's going to be an unhappy driver as well. Getting turned by Pasco off the track, and Perkins is not going to advance into the final 150 lap segment. Due to that, Pierre Calise was able to get away a little bit, and Pierre Calise holds the final spot. Dylan Schwellenberg, the rookie, Bobby Jones, the rookie, trying to run him down. They're 13th, 14th, Eric Burton in 15th. Bradley Bishop Jr., Jeff James, Levi Pasco, and Eric DeMax needing to play catch-up and run them back down. Ryan Griffin is radioing to his crew. He has some sort of problems. He was running 8th, and oh, him and Jordan Fisher make contact. Fisher and Griffin were running 8th and 9th, and they're going to be taken out of the top 12, and they won't be able to advance. And so with that, that puts Dylan Schwellenberg in the top 12 right now. Bradley Bishop Jr. also went by. He's in the top 12. Schwellenberg's in. Eric Burton, however, he's wanting to get that final spot to get in. Eric DeMax also creeping in the picture, trying to get into the top 12. Levi Pasco and Jeff James also have a chance to do that. Due to the troubles that Jordan Fisher and Ryan Griffin had, Cody Lamas continuing to lead, though. Trouble! James Soarfox, he's over! James Soarfox tumbling through the grass! Big time collision down in turn 1. Soarfox tumbled through the air. Steven Jenkins piles into Bobby Jones. And James Soarfox could be out if he does not continue. Wow, I can't believe he's still driving that car. Definitely will have to bring it in. And Silverfox, who is running 3rd, is going to be eliminated and will not be able to continue on and will not be able to move on to the 150 lapper at the end. But man, it's a surprise that he's even able to keep going. Yep, session 2 is definitely the wild session. Eric Burton got into Bobby Jones, and really nothing they could have done, but look at the tumble Silverfox took. Wow, that was a heck of a ride. And Jenkins was running right there in the 4th place. I wonder how he's going to be able to do if he's able to continue on. Well, due to all the mess that's happened, we're closing in on about 15 to go. We're going to look here. Jordan Davis is still in 2nd place. 3rd place, you go all the way back to Ryan Acosta. 4th is Luke Martin. Steven Jenkins is still out there running. He's in 5th. 6th is Carson Scott. 7th is Dom Capps, the point leader. 8th position is Bradley Bishop Jr., who which I'm hearing he might get disqualified from this race since he's on probation. Not sure if I'm hearing that right. We're going to have to get a further note on that. Zayden Davidson in 9th. 10th place is Nick Pericles. 11th is Levi Pasco. And the last car to transfer into the final 150 laps is Eric DeMax. However, Eric Burton's got problems. The whole entire car has died on him in turn 2. In the worst possible spot as well. Dylan Schwallenberg has failed far back as well. And the struggles through to get by all this carnage. Man. Dylan Schwallenberg down to 14th. 13th is Jeff James, and Eric DeMax trying to hang on and transfer to the final 150 lapper. Despite tumbling through the air in turn 1 and still driving that car, James Silverfox, in a championship fight, is out there fighting for points and currently is in 20th and would be good enough to get about 3 or 4 points. So what a run he's doing to still be out there. I thought he was going to go out of the race, and I thought that was a heavy lick for him. However, still determined to finish this one off. White flag is in the air for Cody Lamas. Last lap, and we'll put this session to rest. Session 1 was very calm. Session 2 was crazy. Can't wait to see what happens in the final segment as Lamas closes it out and wins the final segment here for Session 2. Man, let's get to our finishing results and see who transferred. Well, that is it. Cody Lamas gets the win. He'll line up on the outside, the front row. Jordan Davis second. Ryan Acosta third. Luke Martin fourth. Carson Scott in 5th. Dom Capps in 6th. He wasn't that quick in this session. I wonder how he's going to be our point leader. He has had a top 5 finish in every session or every race so far. Let's see what he does in the next 150 laps. Steven Jenkins got involved in that wreck. Still closed it out 7th. Bradley Bishop Jr., I'm hearing he might get disqualified. And that would be quite shocking. But Bradley Bishop Jr. is on probation. I wonder what they're going to do with him. And Zayden Davidson 9th. Good run for Zayden Davidson to get that 21 in the field. And he's going to go out there in the final 150 laps and give it a run. So he'll at least get it top 24 points for this race. Levi Pasco gets 10th. He'll transfer. Nick Pericles as well. And Eric DeMax makes it all 4 Mace Enterprises cars in the final 150 lap segment. So we're going to wait and see what we do with Bradley Bishop Jr. because that'll determine a lot with what happens with Jeff James. But James 13th, Schwallenberg 14th. If I'm looking at this correctly, I think Eric DeMax and Caleb Hoffman are the only rookies that transfer into the final 150 laps. So the rookie of the race is still up for grabs as Schwallenberg 14th. He won't get it. Perkins in 15th. Aiden Shepard 16th. Bobby Jones 17th. A lot of these drivers had problems throughout the race. 19th, Cole Deaver. Ryan Griffin fights back to get 20th, and Zachary Fitzwater had problems of his own early on. He gets the last point of the race. Silver Fox, he fought hard with a flipped-up race car. That car took for a tumble, and he almost got points still. But he gets 22nd. Jordan Fisher should have made it. He got 23rd. Eric Burton will also... Silver Fox, Fisher, and Burton will not score points for this round. This is it. This is what round 5 is supposed to be. The final segment. 24 cars are going to go at it for a win under the lights on a classic short track. This is where the roots of the Sony Cup Series started. And they're all fixing to be rose back up again. Turner, Lamas, segments winners. And here they come. They're going to lead us down yet again. The green flag flies. 150 laps in the final segment. And we're going to crown ourselves a winner at Baer Field yet again. Turner off to a girly lead. However, Curtis trying to fill the gap on the bottom. Lamas sliding back. Completion of lap 1. Turner will lead that one. He also has been getting points for leading the laps he did in segment 1. However, further back, DeMax and Mace have troubles in the back. They have lost the front pack. and they've had troubles, and Jeff James is in this segment, and I failed to mention right before the start of it that Jeff James was led into the race, and Bradley Bishop Jr. was parked for the race, so Jeff James filled his spot, and he currently sits 22nd. It seems as though just Jeff James got into Eric DeMax and spun him down into Nick Mace, and that, I don't believe, was very much what Jeff James was intending on doing. It was just really close quarters, and the Mace Enterprises car has got the short end of the stick. Meanwhile, up front, Jesse Turner is trying to check out. However, one driver is actually climbing up the order really quick and is really surprising me. Jeffrey Fenguy sitting there in the 3rd position, trying to make a move on DJ Curtis. Cody Lamas early on in the race, he started on the outside line and got shuffled pretty far back, but he's climbing his way back to the front, passing Jordan Davis, and now inside the top 5 yet again. Jeffrey Fenguy has been battling hard with DJ Curtis the last few laps, gives him the bumper. This is early on in the race to be really roughing up somebody. However, I don't know. Session 2 really made me question a lot of drivers. But Fenguy, what a run he's having, moving his way up in a 2nd position. And short track racing really brings out a lot of drivers' talents more than it is the car ability. And Fenguy moving his way up in a 2nd. It's a good run for him. And may I add that Fenguy actually got his first career victory here at Baer Field. So not too surprised that he's running well at this short track, but I am pretty surprised he's sitting in 2nd. Another driver, Cody Lamas, is trying to pick off, and he goes by Matthew Rodriguez. Move Cody Lamas up another position, up in the 4th. You know, after Jesse Turner's dominant run in the first little session, I expected him to kind of be the one to beat. I think that Turner was just going to flat hammer these guys in the final 150 laps. However, he's not really pulling away that much, and in fact, Jeffrey Fenguy is actually reeling him in. And this is a big surprise to me because after Daytona, Jeffrey Fenguy has not been that quick. I mean, he's been running top 20s on the consistent, and he ran a really good lap in qualifying in Atlanta. However, he's just not been a front runner to really contend for wins. And I mean, here at Baer Field, it's just really impressive to see this 92 team progress as much as they have and sit right here in 2nd position and actually running down Jesse Turner, who was just so dominant in the first session. We're going to look on our point leader, Dom Capps. He has finished inside the top 10 and top 5 every race so far in the first 4 races. Him and Jake Bassinger are right together in 10th and 11th, and Capps continuing to pick off top 10 runs. However, this is one of the worst performances I've seen out of Capps, but that's really not saying a whole lot because Capps is still running a solid 10th and has done very good for this race weekend to be solid with a car that isn't as dominant as the other ones as he has. Jeffrey Fenguy has ran down Jesse Turner. Man, he's having a career day. He hasn't won in a long time, and in fact, look at him here on the bumper of Jesse Turner. He's gonna have to be patient here. It's still early on, only lap 32 of 150. Needs to show some patience a little bit. However, when you haven't won as long as Fenguy has it, you get real aggressive and you really want to win this. And Fenguy to the inside for the lead on Jesse Turner. Jeffrey Fenguy has not won a Sony Cup Series race in 150 races ago. And he just went by the 2015 champion, the driver that just dominated the Session 1. And he went way wide as if he had a problem in Turn 4. Gonna have to regroup. But Jeffrey Fenguy in the Nintendo Dodge is out front. Jeffrey Fenguy, little by little, has just pulled the gap on Jesse Turner. And this is looking like one of his best performances in his entire career. He had to hold off a hard-charging Jake Bassinger to win here in Season 8. He won the season finale in I think it was Season 12 or 13. He got released from Mace Enterprises then, but he never really had a dominant car in the races he won. The races he won, he had to fight hard for it, but he never was dominant. And here he is being really dominant tonight. And he's having a fantastic run, going by some of the best teams in the series has to offer, like Nick Mace and Mace Enterprises. Jesse Turner is going to have to use lap traffic as a way to catch back up. But, man, Jeffrey Fenguy, what it would be if he could find victory lane again. Trouble, trouble, Nick Hercules has spun back up the track into Cody Lamas. Lamas was running in 4th position, and Hercules and Cody Lamas are off the track, and Lamas' bad luck continues this season. He had a good run in Atlanta, but man, that is just gonna be... But man, Cody Lamas' luck this season has just been poor, like all season. He was running right behind his teammate DJ Curtis, and it takes him out with a lap car. At this point in the race, though, Jeffrey Fenguy is long gone. Having a great run tonight. He cannot be touched, but he only has like a little over... he's already ran a little half the race down. Got about half the race to go or so. Jesse Turner's all the way back in 2nd. Gonna have to run him down and get to him, but I don't know if he'll have the car to be able to do it. I don't think Turner's gonna be that good. 3rd is DJ Curtis, 4th is Matthew Rodriguez, and 5th is Luke Martin. Then you go to Jordan Davis in 6th, Dylan Young 7th. 8th is Caleb Hoffman, who would have the rookie the race point. Ryan Acosta in 9th, and Dom Capps sitting in 10th. However, a little scare for Jeffrey Fenguy here. He gets in the back of Carson Scott and spins him into Kyle Collins, and off the track they go. And Jeffrey Fenguy had to wall up a lot there, and that allowed Jesse Turner to catch him a little bit. Man, Jeffrey Fenguy doesn't need to be doing that a whole lot. I know he's gonna probably made Carson Scott and Kyle Collins really mad there, but he's gonna have to keep it on the racetrack. And it looks as though Jeffrey Fenguy has some damage to the left front there. You can see it there. That might have happened with some lap cars. Anyway, Jesse Turner has been running down Jeffrey Fenguy here. It's lap 106 of 150. Jeffrey Fenguy's had this race in his hands the entire way through. But closing in on about 45 laps to go, Jesse Turner has been eating into his lead. However, Fenguy has gotten clear air now. Clean track. Jesse Turner has been struggling to get by Steven Jenkins, and that has allowed Fenguy to open the lead back up again. Oh no, Fenguy again, the leader, has spun Ryan Acosta. Acosta back up the track in front of Fenguy. And here comes Jesse Turner. Turner goes by Jeffrey Fenguy. Man, just like that, and you lose the lead. Fenguy being aggressive to try and get around Ryan Acosta. Spins Acosta off his bumper, and Jesse Turner's now the new leader. Here it is. He was all over him, trying to bump him out of the way, and eventually did, and man, that's the second incident he's caused. Oh man, Jeffrey Fenguy losing the lead. He's gonna have to get after it now with about 20 laps to go. Jeffrey Fenguy on the bumper of Nick Mace, nearly spinning him out. And what are these guys doing up in front of him? Car's out in the grass. Turner way wide. Oh, I don't know what's going on now. Levi Pasco having troubles right in front of our leaders. Turner and Fenguy racing each other for the lead. Fenguy going up the middle. Turner gets wrecked. Fenguy gets wrecked. The track is blocked. Here comes Rodriguez. The field going by. Rodriguez and Curtis on the outside. I think Curtis is your new leader. Yes, he is. Rodriguez is there as well. Oh my God, what just happened? Bassinger was trying hard to get around Dodd, and he just spun Dodd into his teammate and boss of Jesse Turner. And the track was blocked. Nowhere for Fenguy to go. Rodriguez and Curtis on the outside taking the lead of this race. Wow, what a change of events. But here comes Fenguy back on the bottom. He is eating into Curtis's lead. He's on the outside, not where he needs to be. And Curtis is going to lose the lead to Jeffrey Finguy. Finguy in the 92. He doesn't need to mess up here. He's all over the 21 of Zayden Davidson. Cody Lamas is... Oh, no, he's a lap down. I thought he's been in many troubles today. But, man, Jeffrey Finguy, after all that, is your new leader. However, he's stuck on the outside now. Lamas drove it in there. And here comes Matthew Rodriguez trying to fill the gap. Can the 99 Ford? Oh, and it looked like maybe Jeff James was blowing up for a second. This race is going crazy. 5 laps to go. Matthew Rodriguez trying to get there. Rodriguez throwing it in on the bottom. It's going to be 4 laps to go. Matthew Rodriguez has not had a peek at the lead all day long, but here he is with a chance to win this race. Rodriguez has not won a race since 2016 at Decatur, and he takes the lead from Finguy. Curtis is still there. Turner's still back there. I cannot believe Matthew Rodriguez has a chance to win this. Finguy trying to slide back to the bottom, trying to take the lead back. 2 laps to go. Finguy's not going to let this one slide. This has been his race all day long. He dominated. This would be a shame if he couldn't pull it off. But Rodriguez is also on a long dry spell, trying to close out a victory for Martin Motorsports. White flag in the air for Matthew Rodriguez. Jeffrey Finguy, Curtis has fought back. Right there on the back bumper of Finguy, but I don't think they can do anything. Finguy got really loose off turn 2. It's going to be Matthew Rodriguez. What a drive. Matthew Rodriguez, what a comeback win. Rodriguez takes the checkered flag. Oh my God. The run to the finish and those closing laps were insane. Matthew Rodriguez gets it done. And this is going to be the 4th Martin Motorsports victory of the season. Matthew Rodriguez steals it away in the closing laps. Wow. Him and DJ Curtis were long gone. And they fought their way back. They never gave up. And they ended up coming away with a victory. Congratulations to Matthew Rodriguez on getting it done and finding victory lane and being the 4th victory of the season for Martin Motorsports. Congratulations to them. Let's get to our finishing results and standings after round 5.